Welcome to JHart Modelworks. With the body modifications done, it's time for some primer and paint. Welcome to my workbench. Let's get started. Alright, so here we are in the paint booth. Our body has been prepped. We've got our side skirts on. Our panel lines have been cleaned up. Our mold lines have been sanded down and cleaned, which honestly, there aren't really mold lines. They run them right into the panel lines, so it's really hard to actually see them anyhow. But I just went over the edges real quick. Gave the whole thing a scuff with some 600 grit Tamiya sanding sponge, just to kind of key the plastic, give it something for the paint to hold on to. And then we gave it a wipe down with some UMP airbrush cleaner. And we're going to give it a quick brush with our Tamiya anti-static brush to hopefully reduce the likelihood of attracting any dust while we're priming. We have some Stynylrez gray primer, spraying it through our trusty UMP Apex airbrush at about 25 psi. I'm just going to kind of start with hitting all these hard to reach areas. Get inside those fender lines. You also want to make sure you get inside your vent areas real good, and your headlight areas. We're going to give that about 5 minutes and we'll be back for the next coat. All right, we are back for coat number 2. Alright guys, we are back, and for coat number 3 I've changed the camera view. Being right-handed and have the camera on the right-hand side, I've noticed that my hand is getting in the shot. So we're going to see if this works out a little better. Alright, it has been about 2 hours. We are back. The next step in this paint job is going to be a black base. Gravity Colors says to use a black base. It doesn't specify gloss. It doesn't specify flat. I've tried gloss, flat, and semi-gloss, and I got the exact same result using all three bases, so it just has to be black. And since I have more of this semi-gloss black than I do gloss black, because my gloss black is just a small bottle of Tamiya LP1, we are going to go with this semi-gloss black. And right at about 18 psi. All right, our second coat is down. It looks nice and fairly even. Looks like we've got solid coverage, so we're going to let this sit for an hour or two before we mask off and get ready for the next step in the painting process. All right, we are back. Everything is masked off. And the next step in our painting process is some of this. This is Gravity Colors Chameleon Blue to Violet color shift. This is some really cool stuff. It looks like it's going to be white, but it's not. All right, we have returned, and it looks like we have survived without crazing the plastic. So time for coat number 2. So the goal is to be much gentler with this coat. And take us off of tripod mode here. I don't know if the camera's going to catch this or not, but in different light, from different directions, even without the clear coat on it, the color shift is dramatic. You can really catch a difference. In one moment it's blue, like very blue, and the next it is very purple. That is not a reflection on that blue. I kind of just go at it from different angles just to make sure I get the color blended well. Make sure there's no streaks, tiger stripes. Well, that's going to wrap it up for coat number 3. We're going to go ahead and let this sit. Once it's cured up a bit, we're going to go ahead and put some decals down, and then we'll be ready for some 2K clear. All right, folks, we are ready to do the 2K clear. I went ahead and I did the decals for the turn signals, or for the signal indicators on the side of the car. The kit comes with a bright orange for the front and a red for the back, and they are completely and absolutely unrealistic in every way, shape, and form. So after putting them on and not liking the way they looked, kind of fussed about it for a couple of days, and then just used some microset and a hairdryer. Heated up the body a little bit, put the microset on, let it sit for a little bit, and then just rubbed with the paintbrush until it started chipping away and coming off. I was able to get the decals back off without any damage to the paint. I've also added the hood badge logo. I went ahead and picked up a set of the Hobby Designs metal transfer logos for the Acura. This comes with the regular metal set as well as the red Type R badges, and I liked the red badge. I wanted to do the red badge, but this isn't a Type R car, so I'm sticking with the right badge. We have mixed up a batch and a half of our Gravity Spain. I find that a regular 311 batch is not quite enough for a full car, but a double batch is just too much, and I end up wasting some clear. So I'm going to try a batch and a half. We're going to do a light coat and then 2 wet coats. Well, 1, maybe 2 wet coats. I've gone ahead and masked off the parts that I don't want to have any 2K on them. We're going to go ahead and hit the body with our anti-static brush. Make sure that there's no dust in here. I won't be able to talk through this as I will have the respirator on and I will have the extraction fan going. Always have good ventilation. Always wear a good respirator with the 2K clears. Oh, one other thing that we did do, a test fit on the headlights. The headlights were real snug. They were real tight. And when I would try just operating them, it tore up the paint on the sides of the headlight. So I realized that that was going to be a problem. I probably could have, if I had test fit it before, I probably could have sanded them maybe and made them fit better, but this is just going to be, I don't want to be damaging the paint, so I went ahead and glued them into place. I like to strain my 2K. Make sure that there's not any clumps in it. There's no bits of dust or maybe bits of possibly dried 2K clear in there. It's just a 190 micron filter. All right, we're back for round 2. This one's we're going to go down a little bit wetter. We're going to try and remove most, if not all, the orange peel. In this one, any orange peel we don't get rid of in the second coat, we'll do a third coat to remove. All right, and there we have it. All in all, it's not bad. There are, however, some problem areas. I live in Texas, so dust is just the nature of the beast. We definitely have some dust on the hood, well, the front hood. There's some dust, very minor dust in the roof, but take you into shaky cam mode here. There's a really bad bit right there in the passenger side headlight. There's also quite a bit in the trunk area, well, the engine cover area. There's some minor dust, but there's a lot of minor dust up on the roof. Other than that, the body itself is real clean. Alright guys and gals, we are back. This has been roughly a week. I waited 2 to 3 days for the 2K to cure, then we wet sanded out all the trash and flattened the whole body back with some micro mesh. I started with the 4,000 grit, worked up to 6 and 8,000, then 12,000. After that, I polished it out with some Meguiar's rubbing and polishing compounds using my Dremel tool. The body came out looking pretty much flawless. If you remember, there was a big chunk of trash in the passenger side headlight area. That has completely come out. All the dust is out of the body. There's nothing back there on the engine bay. The roof is completely smooth. So is the trunk. Well, I guess that's the trunk on this one. Everything came out really well. This camera's not doing near the justice on this. It's actually the phone camera, but the metallic in the paint looks almost like orange peel or something, but it's absolutely not. It's perfectly smooth. You're also not seeing near the color depth that I am. When you turn it into different lights, you really go from that deep, rich purple into this bright, bright metallic blue. It's absolutely gorgeous. You can see my overhead lights, my fluorescents, my desk lamp. Looking at this from my point of view, when I look at that desk lamp, I can see each and every one of the individual LEDs in that desk lamp in this clear. When you can make out my hand in the back of the trunk or the engine bay cover right there. It's just absolutely gorgeous. So I'm really happy with this. So that's going to wrap it up with the body. So I would like to take a moment to thank all my subscribers. We're at 488 right now, I think. We're real close to 500. That's honestly completely awesome. So thank you to every single one of you. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. Also, feel free to leave comments, feedback, critique, or anything else in the comment section below. I enjoy interacting with all my viewers in the comment section and try to reply to all the comments I receive. If you want to catch future videos, please consider subscribing to my channel and make sure you click the bell notification icon so you can be notified when I upload new videos. As always, thank you for watching, keep modeling, and have a great day.